Hello, welcome to Tarot with Tanya. This is 7 cards for 7 days, and we are looking at the week of Monday, September 2nd to Sunday, September 8th, 2024. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome back if you've been here before, and welcome for the first time if you're new. I'll talk a little bit about the astrology for the week. There's a lot going on, and then we'll look at the cards. I'm using Guardian of the Night, and then we'll end with the Tree Keeper's Oracle. Well, we begin our week, which is Labor Day here in the States, with a new moon in Virgo. Virgo rules things like the health, particularly intestines, work, service to others, harvest, things like that. So it's a great time to set intentions. With every new moon, I recommend Jan Spiller's New Moon Wish Book. She can really help you do wishing that doesn't backfire on you. And then we're going to end our week with the moon in Scorpio, about deep transformational energies, death, taxes, symbolic death. And very deep water sign. So we're going from a feminine to a feminine here, earth to water. Monday, as I mentioned, we have that new moon in Virgo, and we also have Mars squaring Neptune. So Neptune dissolves things, makes us spacey. It's about the transpersonal, the way out there, the very creative, the psychic, and Mars is all about the action and the energy, a very masculine energy. So it could be like you want to do something, but you don't really know what to do. So it could be feeling pulled in 2 different directions that day. Then on Wednesday, we have Mars entering Cancer. So that's going to put some energy into our homes, into our home lives. So this could be a very good time to buy a home, to get repairs done on your home. It's going to bring out the motherly instincts. It's not about the gender or anything like that. It's just that, it's going to put energy, like I said, into that Cancer area, which does represent the mother and the home. All right, then on Friday, we have Mercury square Uranus. And so that makes it an energy that's not really good for moving or traveling. Could be sudden surprises, unexpected delays, things like that. Not great for signing legal papers. Mercury moves fast, so that won't last very long. People can be a bit erratic that day. But it can be good for surprises, so look for some fun surprises. Then on Saturday, we have the Sun opposing Saturn. So Saturn is our taskmaster, the one, the disciplinarian, makes us get, stuff done, even when we'd rather go play. And the Sun is full of light and energy. So, you're going to have 2 different pulls that day, a little bit like on Monday. So, it's a great day to try to do what you have to do to be disciplined on that. Get your chores done on your Saturday. Then finally on Sunday the 8th, we have Mercury entering Virgo. That's good for things like yoga, signing up for a yoga class. It's the communication. It rules Virgo. It's very comfortable there. It will help us talk about our physicality, our service to other things like that. All right, so the cards for this week are a little challenging because we have a lot of 5s, and 5s are the number of the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is about our spiritual lessons, and all of the minors associated with that major Hierophant are challenges for the human being. So we've got 3 of those, as I said, this week. And our first one is the 5 of Wands, again, Guardian of the Night. And we have our beavers sitting on top of the dam. This card can be about really wanting to put your energy out there, wanting your way to be the dominant way. Maybe like a pretty fired up discussion, or maybe this beavers out there sending messages somehow through these wands. I'm not sure, but it could be like I need to stand up for something. I need to energetically express that on Monday. Again, that's our Labor Day, so hopefully you have a nice mellow day. Tuesday we get to the Seven of Swords. So this can be associated with the thief. I mean, here it's subtle the way the swords are divided up. We have the two on top that almost seem like they're in the spirit world to me. That seems like another dimension, like a dreaming world. You've got the four by the leg, the hip here of our Black Panther. And then the one that's hard to see is the one under the paw. We only see a part of that one. So it feels like maybe something coming to light, something that's been hidden, trying to bring that forward. It can be associated with futility and, kind of reluctance to go for what we want. So I encourage, identify what that is and see what your excuses are and if you can get past those. We're back to the fives by Wednesday. So the Five of Cups, now we're into the emotional realm, the psychic realm, that first five wands, the instinct, the swords are the mental. Now we're into the emotional, the psychic, the intuitive. Disappointment is a quality associated with this, some kind of loss. And we do see two cups on the ground, another one broken, two still standing, which reminds me of the Two of Cups of love. And, an energy here of, maybe some things didn't work out. Maybe we do feel some disappointment. But what did work out? What do we still have? What love is still there for us? And that can be all kinds of love. I don't mean that romantically necessarily. By the time we get to Thursday, we have our only royal card, and this is the Page of Swords. So swords, again, the mental body, information, curiosity. This one can cut through the crap, blow away the smoke, help us see things more clearly. It can be a young person bringing us some information, or we might be the information bringers on that day. Friday is our only major, and here we have the Magician. And the sort of dark side of the Magician can be manipulation. Is there a way that we are being manipulated or trying to manipulate a situation or another person, maybe even unconsciously? The great positive part about it is magic can happen, right? Our bandit here has the mask on, and that I'm calling the raccoon the bandit. Reminds me of preparing to do some magic in a ritual way. You have the sword is hard to see. You can barely see a little bit of it over here in the corner, but it's under the foot. You have the cup, the wands, and then the pentacle down here as well. So all the elements are there, the four elements of the tarot. And the magician's job is to combine them in new ways, bring us a new kind of energy, a new manifestation out of that. So that's for our Friday evening. Saturday, this is the only pentacle that we have for this week. So the Nine of Pentacles, it's kind of like you got it made. There's gain. There's like a sense of having plenty stocked up. We have our sleeping bear here looking pretty happy. All of those coins, which I was representing perhaps food that's already eaten, seems to be part of the dream. Maybe there's a bit of springtime going on in the dream there too, as our bear settles down for hibernation. But it's about prosperity and feeling really good materially and physically. So enjoy that Saturday. And then on Sunday, we end up with another 5. And this 5 has been associated with defeat. And I always think of that kind of being knocked off our feet in some way. So it's an interesting juxtaposition here. You have a buck, but yet kind of with fawn dappling, the white spots. You have the tree stumps in front of a cityscape. We go from all this vivid color to much more somber tones in the background. And then, of course, those 5 swords sticking down in the 5 stumps. So it makes me think about cutting ourselves off from something. Like, you know, we're here and maybe we think we want to be back here, but the deer doesn't. Our instinctual selves don't want that really. So if we look at something and we feel like, oh, I should have had that, I didn't get that, I'm defeated because of that, go back to your animal self and see what it is that is really needed, what is really wanted. And, you know, put it into that bigger perspective of these 5 fives representing challenges to the human condition. How do we recover from defeat? How do we, you know, change that narrative in our heads? How do we get past what might seem like a disappointment? Can we see it as being temporary? And then how do we express our energy in a way, you know, that 5 of Wands, that we feel good about? So with that one Magician, one Major for the week, and the one Royal card, I do feel like when we can get through some of these Hierophant lessons, letting go of these things, seeing in a new way, then we're going to have a kind of, you know, spiritual rebirth from that. So we will end with a Tree Keeper's Oracle card, and what we got this time was the Keeper of Endings, number 29. So the forest is a place of endings and beginnings, and no one honors the process of ending quite like the tree keepers. They carefully watch for the signs of illness, decay, or death, tending what can be mended, letting go of what has served its purpose in the great weave of nature's tapestry. And I feel like that speaks to the cards this week too, that yes, we tend our lives and we need to know what can be repaired and what can be let go of, how we can change that story. So the Japanese word akeru means to pierce, to begin, to end. Over and over we are reminded that endings contain beginnings inside them, and the piercing of grief creates a sacred opening in our psyche where new life may pass through. We need to mourn our endings and give the heart the space to process loss, but be careful not to tread too closely to despair, for while ending carries new life inside it, despair keeps us from seeing it clearly. So maybe that resonates in terms of all of those 5s this week. And I can't remember if I said at the beginning, but as always, please take what resonates for you from this reading and leave the rest behind. That is a way of continuing to develop your intuition. Thank you so much for being here, beloveds. I wish you a great week, and please like, share, subscribe. And if I can help you, we could talk about past lives, we can talk about the future, we can talk about people in your lives, where things are going. Reach out, email me. There'll be information in the description box and at the end of the video. And I'll see you again in 7 days.